Right. So just to go over the last few things, remember what's most important is that when you're creating, you always want to double check. So you want to present things to yourself to make sure things look the way that you want them to, and to make sure things play correctly, move correctly, and things like that before you present it to your classroom or to your audience. Remember that when you're making a yes or no or option question, you want to make sure that your hyperlinks go to the correct answers or correct options. Choosing the correct spelling is always great fun, but you can create any activity where your students have to choose between a right or wrong answer. It can be context based, it can be spelling based, it can be whatever you want it to be. Adding movement enhances the visual of what your students or your audience is looking at. So it's very helpful just to keep things fun and engaging. It can be complicated, as you see here, or it can be more simplistic, as you see here, which is what we did on Friday. Okay. Remember that with your slides, you can enhance and move anything. So let's say I wanted to also have this as an effect, and I'm going to have it make an entrance. And maybe I want this to also have an effect, and I'm going to have this also make an entrance. And maybe I want these to come in at the exact same time. So I'm going to choose start with previous so that these two things come in at the same time. So pay attention to the numbers. So 1 and 1 means they're both going to come in at the same time. Let's say I want to add effect to this as well, and I'm going to do a spin. Okay. And then when I'm connected to my correct or wrong answers, maybe I don't want it too complicated. I'm just going to add emphasis, and I'm going to do that. But I also want to remove this because it's the wrong answer. So I'm going to do an exit, and I'm going to do a diamond exit. Okay. So you can add however much you want. Pay attention to the numbers. That tells you the sequence of when these things occur. So let's take a look at it from this slide. And there you go. Now, if that's exactly how you want it to look, then perfect. If not, you just go right back in and maybe you change some things. So maybe I want this to go at the same time as my correct answer. So I started with previous. So now 3 and 3 goes together. Maybe I want this to go with number 1. So I'll put it with previous as well. Start with previous. So now let's take a look again. And now you begin. Sorry, I don't want to start from that one. I want to start from the slide I was working on. So from current slide. That looks a lot better. Okay. So this is the completion of technology based presentation of information. So we've gone over creating slides, we've gone over creating action bullets, we've gone over adding narration, we've gone over creating different options connected to a story that will assist with understanding and also even assist with spelling and writing. We've gone over how to add more emphasis to things. So, for example, with this, I'm presenting to my class. I say, students, we're going to move the correct word to complete our sentence. So, based on the story, how was Gordon feeling? Was he feeling angry or was he hungry? If they say angry, I would say, are you sure? I know his face looks angry, but what is he holding in the picture? What is in front of him? So was he angry or was he hungry? And then, of course, when they choose the correct one, I go ahead and click on it, and then it moves up. Okay. and then the incorrect answer goes away. So remember that when you're presenting, you want to make it fun, you want to make it engaging. Again, if this is too complicated, the other option was this one, and this is what we did on Friday. So again, students, we're going to choose the correct answer to complete the sentence. When they choose the correct answer, it enhances. It doesn't move, it just enhances so they understand this was the correct answer. Remember that we can animate anything that we want to animate. So now they know what you could do with this. If the answers are there, you can first start off with students based on what we understand. How was he feeling? What are the words? So first, what are the words? Students, angry, hungry. Who is the person in the picture? The person in the picture is Gordon. So we're going to move the correct word to complete our sentence. So based on the story, how was Gordon feeling? Gordon was hungry. Very good. So these are different ways that you can present information, you can check understanding, and you can keep your students engaged.